Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1111, and today's topic is that is the Titanic tourist submersible imploded, killing all on board. Actually, this news is circulating globally. Nowadays, it is very hot news worldwide because one tourist, small, I call it ship craft, not ship, very small in size, just like boat. That is called submersible, and the name they have mentioned is Titanic submersible, and it was actually luxurious, adventurous tourism in ocean, sea, or we can say marine tourism, and people were going, coming, enjoying deep inside water in ocean, 14,000 feet deep, and doing photography, videography, lot of photos and lot of aquatic animals they were watching. It was very adventurous. But when this disaster happened last week, that was started from 16th of June, and by 21st of June, it was clear that it is imploded. And here that's why I came to discuss this issue, because I have watched lot of YouTube, social media news, and lot of fake news, lot of wrong photos, lot of wrong terminology they are using, and it is totally non-scientific, because here in this implosion, it is imploded. So implosion and explosion, many places they are writing exploded. There is difference. This submersible Titan, that is sea craft, was not exploded. It was imploded. Now we should understand the meaning of explosion and implosion. Explosion means it is bursting outside. Imploded means it is sinking. Just like, any gas is there. Once gas is reduced, under tremendous pressure, you are squeezed to death. So actually what happened, I'm going to give in detail. It was very common tourist, we can say tourism, tourist loving area. And nowadays we are in marketing and commercial age, where they are, those businessmen, they are targeting I call it neuromarketing. Neuromarketing means the one word that is called Titanic, luxury steam biggest ship, which was sunk in the year 1912 on 15th April. That was the biggest disaster of the ship, where more than 2,000 people were on board. I think it was 2,200, and out of which 1,500 were killed in that disaster when it struck one of the ice mountain in the sea near Canada Island, from where it was the starting point. And after that, a lot of news is there, and lot of importance are given to that disaster, that is Titanic ship. And one gentleman, the film maker, he went to underground 13,000 feet 30 times when he was making his film, to see the real thing inside water. And he came out, and the film was made. And after that, the company owner, Rush and another, they got the idea that why not give the name to their submersible, that small ship craft, Titan. So they gave Titan submersible means it is particularly for going to that spot and going deep 30,000 kilometers, and you can enjoy 3 hours stay there. Actually, the whole package is like that. That Titan submersible small sea craft cannot move, cannot go itself. It is not free, independent. They have to carry it on one ship, and that ship is called mothership. So on mothership, on 16 they carried to that spot near Canada Island, and where that ship was stationed. And from that ship, they just brought down that small Titan submersible, and where 5 people capacity was there, they were sitting inside, and they went inside. And inside deep is 13 to 14,000, 13,000 to 14,000 feet deep. And that was the ship, that is mothership. And from mothership, that small boat, what they were keeping with capacity of that is Titan submersible, they brought out from the mothership, and it started going down in the sea. And this ship was there, and it was monitoring. And when it reached some 13,000 feet there, always after every 15 minutes, the ringtone or signal was given to the ship, because which was standing on the surface of the sea water, on that very spot of Titanic disaster. And they actually, it is, I can say, nowadays, for super rich people, billionaires, that was the game of billionaires, because for each person, the price of the ticket is 250 to 400,000 US dollar. It is a multi-million ticket. So only super rich people can afford. So nowadays there is craze of tourism. One is called, that is marine tourism, inside sea, going, diving thousands of feet and getting photography, videography, and enjoying for 3 hours, 4 hours, and coming up, and then explaining the people deep inside. So that is the actually happiness of super rich people. The second one is, that is going in space to different planets like moon and other, they are aiming. And for that, Elon Musk is there. He is already manufacturing, that is ship shuttle. It can take you and it can bring you back, and you can see the space. Sometimes they are aiming to land on moon and Mars, like that. So this type of space and marine activity is going on. It's not something new. But once this disaster happened, then it is important to know the real chemistry and science and physics inside. Where was the mistake? This is what I want to tell. And you have already got a lot of news about it, but nobody has discussed that what type of maybe scientific failure, material failure was there. That's why it happened. The CEO, Rush, he was also in the ship, that small craft, and he is also killed. 2 billionaires from Pakistan, son and father, they were also killed. 5 people were killed, including the CEO of that small craft, the sea craft. So what I mean to say, nowadays they are using this small, we can say sea craft, like this Titan submersible, and some others are also there. But this was mainly the purpose of luxurious marine travel, going deep inside and diving. This is going on, it's not something new. The only problem came, this disaster or accident is bringing lot of question that what was the reason. And the reason is that in that the chemistry is like that. In that you can say it may be like that type capsule, and where 5 people are sitting. Like that. And here it is attached with gas chamber and with oxygen cylinder. I mean, I'm just giving you that the idea sketch diagram, what is there, what was there inside that Titan submersible small sea craft. So this is that one, that is Titan. Commonly we call it Titan. So in that Titan, 5 people are sitting. There is no space to lie down or anything. You can just only sit. So this is coming from here and going down. When it is reaching, I can say 13,000 feet deep in the sea, there is tremendous pressure by water. There is, I mean, when you are going, you are having per square inch, that is 14 pound, we can say 1 atmospheric pressure. And when you are reaching to 13,000 feet deep inside sea, there the pressure, I mean, external pressure from outside, water pressure is from 300 to 400 atmospheric pressure. It's a huge pressure is exerted, and to maintain the equilibrium of external and internal pressure, that is called centripetal and centrifugal forces, pressure. So it is filled with gas, and that gas is exerting from here pressure. So from inside pressure, from outside pressure, by that exertion of pressure by gas inside the gas chamber in that Titan small craft, which is down roughly 13 to 14,000 feet near the scrape of Titan ship, which was sink in 1912. This is a big attraction nowadays to go and see what happened, how the crockeries are there, how the seats are there, how the slippers are there. Is, I mean, they like it. It depends upon they have excess money and they can enjoy the marine tourism inside deep water, and they love it and they like it. And the man Rush, the co-founder, his name is Rush, he's killed. And he was known as the man of high risk. His name, their people, they used to call him manager of high risk. Rush nickname they used to call manager of high risk. He loves risk, and that's why it was he who made this type of tourism, and he targeted. He was very good businessman, and he was very fine engineer, genius, and it was all his design. But in his design, he was an engineer, to my understanding, to economize it. He compromised the quality of that small boat-like craft, which is 13,000 deep inside water, because it was made up of carbon fiber. This carbon fiber, nowadays even aircrafts and so many things are manufactured out of carbon fiber, because it is very, very light, very, very tough, very hard, very, very hard. But there is a big difference, because he did not study. I am not challenging, but this is my observation inside, being professor of chemistry, understanding on molecular basis. If it would have been steel, that implosion, squeezing would have not happened this because it would have been very strong. But if they are putting this steel, it will be very heavy. So it will not be cost effective business. That's why the CEO of this Titan Seacraft, he went for carbon fiber, lightest. And with that assumption, perception or impression that already it is used as a very tough material in aircraft. But aircraft is going up. It is not having tremendous pressure of air, that much, what it is inside seawater. This aircraft in space is not having 300 to 400 atmospheric pressure. It's very, very less as compared to deep inside water. So there the carbon fiber can sustain. And here what happened? The main cause of this disaster, what happened that this gas chamber got leakage here because it could not sustain the pressure of water. And that pressure of water, if I say 400 atmospheric pressure, if I calculate as a layman, 100,000 elephants are standing on this. What pressure that small shipcraft was having, the Titan was having up to 400 atmospheric pressure. On upper surface it is only 1 atmospheric pressure. Once you are going 13,000 deep inside water, seawater, it exerts 400 atmospheric pressure. And if it is calculated in terms of layman, in Maiduguri, if I want to explain, that it is equal to that if some thing is put around that, 100,000 elephants are putting pressure. That much pressure was there, and to control that in gas chamber, that was the equilibrium of outer and inner pressure, that is centrifugal forces are acting. So here that carbon fiber material got some leakage in that gas cylinder and gas was leaked. The gas which was maintaining the equilibrium of this 400 atmospheric pressure was leaked, and once it is leaked, it imploded. Imploded means that is implosion, not explosion. Explosion means bursting out, implosion means sinking inside. So it was imploded. And now, today, we are getting lot of fake photograph, videograph from down inside, and YouTube and social media as a business, they are earning millions by circulating such type of fake, non-scientific, useless photography. That's why I came in. This scientific lecture is without animation, is without color, without all. I am just sharing my scientific experience, chemistry experience, all these things. And after study, I understood very well that where there was failure of chemistry, failure of physics, and failure of some designing. First failure to my understanding, that he could not understand the carbon fiber strength and capacity, and toughness, that it can sustain 300 to 400 atmospheric pressure under sea. He was having this knowledge that already this material is used for spacecraft, for aeroplane, for so many other things. But he could not imagine. Of course, he might have done. I'm not competent to challenge his engineering, but as a chemist, I am talking. It happened. So, for such type of project, there should be extraordinary research on material, on molecules like that. And when what happened, it is like that, it was having enough oxygen. Oxygen was there at least for 96 hours. And the total timing is, it takes 2 hours. It takes 2 hours to reach to 13,000 deep. After that, they were expected to stay there for 3 hours. That is 5 hours. And after 5 hours, 2 hours again. So within 8 hours time, by 7 hours, they were expected to be on surface. But when they did not appear on surface after 8 hours, 10 hours, 15 hours, then they were in really trouble. There was real trouble. And by 7 p.m. in the evening, they informed the American and Canadian, that is Coast Guard, because this their small Titan submersible craft was not having any technology of navigation. It was just because the mother ship is taking and dropping, and it is going that's all, and bringing up and coming out on the same other ship. So they started searching, and after search, the unmanned 2 devices went inside. They were having all the latest AI control, artificial intelligence control devices, and they located, and they found that the damaged material of that Titan craft was some 500 meter away from that is Titan scrap, the one which was sank in 1912. And then they published that it happened like this, and they are all killed. This is the real story of just last week's disaster, what happened in marine tourism. And that marine tourism, when we are saying, we should not ignore. Many people are going nowadays. That is for in the search of economy, marine food, marine material, marine lot of sea water for their economy, and that I call it, that is marine economy is called blue economy. So for the purpose of blue economy, they are also exploring, and they are going for tourism, and they are checking inside that what possibilities can be there to capture the blue economy of the sea. That is also one of the factor which is included in marine tourism. So here also I want to give some more information and clear some little confusion about submarine and submersible. Some of them they are saying that it was submarine. Is all wrong information. I have given here submarine and submersible. Submarine is quite independent, operating, very big ocean ship which lives underground, which can carry up to 200-300 people. They can live underground for many months, and they are kept there just to fight the enemy. And if there is any situation of war from underground, they can locate and they can fight. That is the work of submarine. It's a very big underground, underwater ship. While this one is submersible, is a very small, like a boat type of craft, which cannot operate independently, which has no navigation technology tools, and also it is not dependent in operation. It has to take the help of that is called mothership, to carry it to any spot, and also only 5 people can sit. And here in the case of submarine, it is just like under water, the whole system is working, sleeping, eating, kitchen, everything. So that is the difference in submarine and submersible. Number one, Titan craft was having oxygen for 96 hours to stay for 5 people, and it was without navigation technology. It was not having navigation technology. Number two, OceanGate is the company, the name of the company which is producing that is Titan submersible sea craft. The company's name is OceanGate, and the CEO, Chief Executive Officer, co-founder, his name is that is Mr.Stock Rush, and of course he killed in this disaster. Private company owned by USA, Washington, provides crewed submersible for marine tourism, and it started in the year 2009. Year 2023, the ticket price was $300,000 to $400,000 per person, and the owner was earning lot of money out of this, because every moment people were using and going and coming. And here the ship which was located, it was near that is coast of North Atlantic, and the ship was stationed that started from Newfoundland near Canada, and that is an island, and here that is coast of North Atlantic. The deep inside water, the scrape of sink TITANIC steamed ship is located, and it was deep 14,000 feet, and this that is Titan sea craft or Titan submersible implosion took place, where the 5 people were sitting, and it was giving after every 15 minutes. I have already told you all the detail, and that gas chamber leaking was there, and that leaking is only possible when this material under tremendous pressure might be having some minor crack, that's all. It is enough, and once the gas is leaked, tremendous pressure is squeezed, imploded. They were all just sandwiches, that's all. So with this I will stop. So this lecture was more scientific, how the material chemistry is involved, carbon fiber, pressure, and all these things. These are all the factors, and that's why extensive and expensive research is very important to design any craft or any automobile, and to use the material. There should be a very experienced, highly educated chemist to understand the strength, capacity, and toughness of the material. And let me tell you, today's toughest material and costliest material is graphene, single carbon layer. With this I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.